All right. Come on and say it. Old people. We got some old people that's been around for a long time. All right. Old people. Let me explain something to some of the old people that are in this world and out here on the street. A lot of time, if it's your grandparents or your no, let me rephrase that. Sorry, if they're your grandchild or even a younger child, you're supposed to lead them. You're supposed to explain them, groom them up, teach them. Okay, but a lot of times, even in the real world and in this YouTube or um, any other social media, you got the young folks look like they leading the old people. You don't tell them right and wrong. You don't tell them when they wrong, when they say something or when they do something. That's just the way it is. Now this here is for older people, and this is for the new people that's coming in to get an understanding. For some of y'all that don't care for Eric Brown, that's fine. I understand you're not coming in. You want to leave, you leave. Because we have people, yes, I listen to people chats. Yes, I do. Some things I sit there and watch and I look. But hey, Joy, how you doing? Nanya, how you doing? Foot Soldier, how you doing? Because it's an embarrassing and it's sad. It don't make sense. And it's slick. It's low down. It don't make no kind of sense for you as an individual, a woman or a man, to let young folks lead you. Sometime when you talk, you turn around and I hear you say, what's the word out they always using now? What is it? Facts, gaslighting. Where do you old people get that from? You got it from the young folk. You see them doing wrong, but you sitting up there kicking and he-hen. Now you got friends. Some of y'all ain't got no real friends. If you got real friends, you be watching out and telling them, hey, girl, don't waste your time arguing with this female. Don't waste your time talking to this female. And some people say, well, you waste your time talking to people on YouTube. And I may be wasting my time. And then again, I may not be because somebody is listening. And what you got to understand is when you own your own platform, when you own your own house, you own your own phone, you have a right to speak. You have a right to talk. But when you go to somebody's chat or when you go to somebody's house or you go to somebody's church, you don't tell nobody how to act, right or wrong. Now, if somebody asks you, they ready to receive it. And in some cases, what you say Sorry about that. Sometimes these phones can be something else. I'm gonna sit it down. I was just saying it's just embarrassing. It's sad. It's really sad to see to sit there to waste your time trying to be like the young folks. Y'all try to laugh. Oh, girl, get your party on. Get your hey. Sometimes you gotta tell girl, put your clothes up. Here you go. You got some of these elderly grandmamas too, granddaddy, a lot of them, especially grandmother, wearing short skirts. Like, oh girl, I am this. I am that. Really? Really? Now it's all right, I see you say, hey, I'm getting in shape. But when young folks do dumb things, you need to correct them. But I see a lot of them just falling up behind them, you know. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you, Nanya. Because I saw it went out. I said, oh goodness. But no, y'all, I just wanted y'all to know that because it's sad. It's really sad and it's pathetic. I see some in folks chat and them young folks just dogging and going out. And then what happens? You got the old folks falling up behind it. I said, look at this here. Old as you is, and you in there with these some of them don't understand what I'm saying. Hey, you can't, I'm saying y'all don't see me like that, and I correct them on my platform. I don't go on their platform and correct them. I did that once before, and the whole panel just went off on me. I'm like, dang, I just said one sentence, and y'all just went in. But the good thing about it, you saying it from a distance. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't understand. Who teaching who? Old folks. Who teaching who? Who telling who what to do? Who taking a wrench from you as an old woman? Okay? They taking your wrench when you go somewhere. Now everybody said, does it matter? No, it don't matter. But I'm saying it on mine. I've seen it in the past. Young dude taking your wrench because you in somebody else's chat. You should never go back in there. I want my wrench back crying. I want my wrench back. Can I get it back? No, you can't get it back. So I'm gonna take your wrench back. It's just it ain't even a real wrench. Hey, I got a lot of real wrenches over here that'll really hurt you. Come on, y'all. Where the love at? Where's the teachers at? See, like the students are teaching the teachers. Come on, y'all. Teach your young ladies how to cook. And stop being at the club. They get to fight and then all of a sudden you want to fight. No, y'all. Some of y'all rapping. I'm talking about old folks too. You're rapping and what happened? When they get through rapping, what happened? You doing the same thing y'all folks doing. You rapping and talking about, yeah, I shoot, I blow. Wait a minute, dude. They call you OG. You supposed to leave that stuff alone. You supposed to be teaching them, hey, it ain't no life in it. But no, you get right in there with them. Another thing, we never do. Everybody got a right to tell a story on their own platform. And I told y'all, some of your stories, you might have to start another channel to tell your story. You get an apartment, that's good. You get a job, that's better. You get a car, that's even wonderful. You got some people put you down and talk bad about you. Some people need government help. Some of us need that help. Right? Right. Some of you that worked on a job that's older, yeah, you got Social Security. Why? You deserve it, right? You deserve a little bit more, but you work for it. We knock other people down because we feel like we got more than they got. No. How dare you talk about Section 8? How dare you talk about food stamps? Because one of these days, you're going to need them. Watch who you socialize with. You might not want to be around that person. That person that do stuff like that, that ain't your friend. When you get up and go to work, if you're handicapped and you go to work and you got your own place, you living by yourself, you can't tell me that ain't good. You got some of them that got their legs and arms and everything and lazy. Won't go to work. How dare you talk about somebody, oh, you 30 and 40 years old, you working at McDonald's and Burger King? You don't know they struggle. See, it's a lot different. It's a lot different. I'm just speaking now. Okay? It's a lot different. I'm not looking at the chat. Y'all, so forgive me. None of you, they don't understand. It's a lot different. You know, when you're struggling and you working, at the end, you should have. You save your money, you should have. But just because a person in their 40s and 50s and they working at McDonald's, you do not have the right to put them down. See, it's easy, so you say, so people say. My grandparents, my great-great-great-grandparents left us an heritage. Okay, my daddy left me, just using an example. Okay, my daddy left me a house in Georgia. Okay, he gave you a way in. Your mom, your dad, your grandmama, your great grandmama, when they had businesses, and you say that you got this and you got that, you might do, but say the narrative. Say you okay. Say you rich. Say you got a little money. They made a way for you to get in, but people like me and somebody else, wasn't like that. Wasn't that fortunate. Some people had businesses. It was a favoritism thing. But if they wanted to take your business, white folks could. Tell them about the history. Tell them about the what they call it. Indentured servant. Tell them about the grandparent slavery. Tell them about the struggle, how good they got it now than it was back then. But none of y'all don't even look at that. None of you grown folks. Y'all don't look at that. Y'all don't even study that. Y'all over here making troll accounts, talking about folks' childs and babies. I'm like, man, really? Are y'all serious? That's what y'all do. And the sad thing about it, I tried to tell you, I can't make nobody, and I'm not gonna make nobody, but I'm gonna talk on mine. I'm gonna talk to the new people that's watching my live, because you don't know who watching you. You don't know who watching you. I told you. When you go on a job, you go on there to do what they tell you to do. Oh, I'm a doctor. I ain't got no business taking out the trash. But you there to do what they tell you to do. Save your money. Cook at home. Don't always going out to the restaurant and watch the food that you eat. Because all the food you eat is not always organic. That's a sales pitch to get you to buy more. People put down certain amount of water. They put down another brand, but when that brand came about, everybody was drinking until all this other brand came about. Old people. Tell them how to teach some of them how to boil water. Teach them how to go out there and do their crops. Meaning, teach them how to do a garden. Teach them how to save. Teach them about the banking system. Some of y'all need to get an economic book and just read it. Read it, and then you can see what them folks been trying to show you all the time. Teach them how to buy stock, how to dress themselves, how to come in a man, you wear a suit on Sunday, okay? And if you don't wear a suit on Sunday, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. And you wearing tennis shoes, no, that's not dressing. But everybody, that's supposed to be the new way. Old people, you dressing like that. Normally, an old person will wear a shirt and tie and some dress shoes, but now you wearing tennis shoes. Really? Black people, are we really teaching our young folks? Or are we just letting things go by? Any of y'all ever taught them about businesses? Did y'all tell them about anything, like I said, about your history? Tell them anything. But you on YouTube, you trying to kiki and laughing with them. You trying to be with them. The old people I see on here, they really trip me out, Joy Chit Chat. They are so sad. Can't handle the truth. Thank you for coming on live. How you doing? When I feel like you coming for me, my birthday is this weekend and I will be officially over 100. Oh no, you good. It don't make sense. It really don't. Just look at it. I mean, I had never seen a bunch of people that do stupid things in my life. And they called me, you judging. I ain't judging nothing. I'm speaking. I ain't got to say it, somebody else will. You can accept it coming from somebody else. I'm just putting it out there. Some of y'all need to learn how to cook to help you save money. And when you are going through and you're trying to get help for any addiction you have, you don't need to be on YouTube talking crazy to nobody. Keep it a buck. You got your business. Your business is your real life. They don't get it, Joy. Your real life is more important than getting on this YouTube. Now, if you're getting on here to learn new things, by all means, go for it. If you on here to watch videos and movies, no problem with that. But if you're trying to use it to make money by watching other folks' ideas and they showing you how you should do this and do that, do it. Everything they doing is not a scam when they ask for money. Everything is not always a scam. Daddy said, don't knock it until you try it. Then you have to sit back and watch. What can I do to make my life and my job better? How can I be an example to the young ones? Oh, well, when I turn my back, I'm going to smoke me a little weed and a little crack. And they coming in there smelling it. Come on, kids ain't that dumb. When they get older, they going to come at you as a more older adult. You got to watch these grandmamas. You got to watch these granddads. Let's just tell the truth. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to know. It is what it is. Old folks, you kick in and you falling up behind the young folks, trying to go and sleep around or mess around with the young folks. And somebody call you out on it. People do that. Oh, what you call sleep? Oh, he's sleeping with something. It don't matter if he's sleeping. Folks are grown and they got a choice. I'm just out here telling what I see. I ain't going at nobody. I'm just telling what I see. And some things that you hear, you got to make sure you got to keep questioning. Did a person say they own a house? Did a person say that they was on drugs? When you insult and you talk about somebody's kids, we know that, everybody know it's wrong. You're not man enough, woman enough, monster enough to talk to them and talk about them, but you're going to have to bring in folks' families. Not good. Not good at all. And ladies, stand strong. You single mothers, you take care of your kids. Do not try to get foster kids and just get them just for the money. Because you know what? Somebody peeps that out. Don't try to, okay, I'm going to take my kid, but then I'm going to go and get my dad. He needs to take care of him. True, he needs to. But a lot of times when you don't like him, you can't stand him, yes, he needs to pay child support. He need to go visit his child. And don't try to stop him from seeing his child and try to hold it over his head. Man, you may say it ain't gonna do no good, but you gotta do what you gotta do. When you buy your child something, you keep the receipt. Try to see your child every day. Try to work it out. Because look like a parent, these old folks ain't doing it. And the justice system. Man, come on, really? Think about it, y'all. Y'all see how police jumps on black men? You ain't seen no black men jump on no white ones. I'm just saying, y'all. Right is right. I had to go there because sometimes I think about other things than just the title. Because a lot of everybody been knowing this. I've been talking for years. I've been talking like that for years. I'm just saying it got to be something because it don't make no sense. It's pathetic. And women and men, I don't know what they call men, but I know women. What they call y'all cougars? Ooh, damn man, Oh, let me not even go there. Don't tell nobody what your business is. Don't tell them because you just don't know these folks. These folks sick. Grandmamas, old folks. Y'all just being honest. I'm just being real with it. Just being serious. Yeah, we all like to laugh. We all like to laugh, but I mean, I've seen stuff that just don't really make any common sense. I've seen stuff where people put other folks down and treat them like second-hand trash or citizens. Excuse me, y'all, second-hand citizens. That don't make sense. I see it all the time. But I be tripping when I come on YouTube. Hey man, woo! I come to YouTube. I can't even stop laughing. These folk ain't got nothing better. They doing anything to get views, and they willing to talk about somebody that's got something going for them, and didn't even realize you had to go back and think about it. When that person talked about somebody, did you insert yourself? Did you say something to that person to get them started? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just said these old people. These old people. I mean, young folk can do something and ain't nobody said nothing. As soon as I come and bring a little love or say something, oh, you wrong. You can't. Mm-hmm. Oh, don't judge him. I ain't judging nobody. Now, I will say this: if you read the Bible for yourself, anybody, you read everything else, you pick up the Bible, it do all the judging. It judges me. But I don't get it sometimes. For soldier, I don't get it sometimes. It's just, I mean, it's just something I see. This is something I see. Yeah. Mike said, Eric Brown, you be talking about them YouTube. It's just not talking about them. It's some folk out here too, in the real world too. They do the same thing, trying to follow up behind the young folks. And they do something wrong, don't say nothing. But the one that do, and it's so backwards, things got backwards. But the ones that's doing right, oh, we're gonna say something to them. We're gonna yell and scream at them. But we ain't gonna yell at the person that bully us. We ain't gonna yell at the person that put us down and scream at us. Oh, he do? Okay. Hold up. Okay, Joy. Hold up. I'm sorry, Joy. Here I come. It's just, it's just something that don't. And now, but so they ain't talking about you. You need to quit. I know it. He ain't talking about, God, he ain't talking about you because you don't be in nobody's stuff like that. No, no. But so, do you wrong for that? Them, they didn't hear nothing but hear everything. That's it. Yeah. Hey, Candy, how you doing? Uh, if he in there, tell him well, I know Quiet Storm, my bad. Oh, I am so, hey, Quiet Storm. Now the link is in, tell me the link is, yeah, I'm just saying, man, I just noticed that though. That's all. No, Foot Soldier, stop. you, you need to stop, Foot Soldier. It's just bad. And a lot of things too. Now, what you did, you making folk think, oh, here talking about Foot Soldier, and I'm gonna tell you what they gonna think. Ooh, confirmation, and I like, no, I'm just saying, in general. Uh, uh, oh, I'm doing fine, doing fine. Oh, I'm sorry, Sweet Pea. Hey, how you doing? No, you. No, I'm just saying. But you see it too, Foot Soldier. Some of these old folk, they just let the young folks lead them. Back then, what it was the old folk leading the young folk. Tell them, don't you get to fighting. When you see them folk, hold your head down. Don't say nothing smart. Don't fight them. You know you get to fighting them, then mom and daddy, whooping you. Don't be doing that. Them folks that hey you know what I'm saying. Them folks that hey you kid, don't be doing that. Mm. I don't know you did. Y'all did. Ooh, Quiet Storm, stop. You say you talking this. No, I'm just saying, Quiet Storm. Now you seen some of the old folk. They following the young folk. Whatever the young folks call themselves, they call themselves. You got your gangs on here. You got your groups on here. I'm like, whoo, man, I ain't never known a make believe place with a gang. Whoever heard where we heard of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? I mean, come on, y'all. Even a make believe YouTube computer world has gangs. You come in somebody chat and say you don't need to do that, y'all might need to back. You get your head talk, man. They chopping your head off. I'm just saying. Mm-mm. Well, I tell you the truth. Mm-mm. Okay. No sound. Oh yeah, it had unmuted. I unmuted. I'm sorry, y'all. This thing here is something else. I'm telling you, y'all, where's our leaders at now? The young folk. Okay, let's see. Foot soldier. Okay. Did you get? Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, okay. Oh, this thing here. I guess. Hold up, George. This thing is not. I'm sorry. My live is acting a little funny. It's not allowing me to let you come up. Sorry about that. It's not allowing me to let you come up, foot soldier. How blessed. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a blessing to be old. It really is. Try it again, foot soldier. It is a blessing to be old. It is a blessing. It is a blessing. It's just what you see. I mean, that's just what I've been seeing lately. And I just look at that and say, man, God, we got all these old folk out here, and these young folks are doing what they want to do. I said, ooh, wee. Okay, let me try it one more time. Okay. Oh, hold up. Okay, here we go. Here we go, foot soldier. Okay.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you got something against older people.
No, I ain't got nothing against older people.
Okay,
I'm
you
just saying this is what I.
you gotta know when I'm joking.
Oh, I don't know. Look, when I
All the
saw that little
time.
smile, I saw that little smile.
Yeah, that means I'm joking.
Yeah. No, I saw that little smile. Wait a
Okay.
minute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's just something that I've been seeing lately. I said, "Ooh, man, I wonder who in charge, the young folks or the old folk?" Mm, mm-mm.
Yes, you're going by the behavior of the person of a certain age. I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Oh yes, yes, I'm doing
I
very
was
good.
like, oh, he talking about me.
I was laughing because I
Okay,
said, "Look, you did."
that's how people be doing. You talk about me, what they say, his dog, right?
Yeah, ooh, they say that though. I
Well,
said,
I'm not no hit dog because I don't be doing all that.
yeah, because see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't be nowhere, but it's just some of the other ones. I be looking like, man. I'm like, who running y'all? Whoa, wait. Mm.
I
Oh
don't think
yeah.
there's nobody running nobody. I think to me is what people want to be and where people want to do. You can't so much blame other people for other people's behavior.
No, you can't. It's just I be laughing at
Especially
some.
if you're saying they're of a certain age, yes,
Yeah,
you can't blame other people. You know, it's the person. Is that what they want to be or what they want to do?
yeah, they got.
What can you do?
Yes, yes. God is in charge. Right. God is in charge. Amen. You right about that, Rose Gold. You are so right. God is in charge. Amen. I
No,
just
see, you gotta look at it like this. People kill me when they throw that word around loosely.
mm,
Pray that you make it to where I'm at. Okay.
right, right.
So you was throwing the word old around loosely too.
I mean, I'm just, I ain't thinking about you. Foot soldier. I ain't thinking about you at all. No,
That's what
I'm just looking. I
that's
said,
what I came
damn.
up here. I took offense to it. I'm like, who is he talking about? No, he talking about me. He talking about me, right? That's what they said. Put a name on the act so we
Mm.
know what you're talking about. Go ahead. I dare you. Put a name on
uh,
it.
you know, my chat is what they say based on a true story. Names changed to protect the innocent. Well, in this case, sometimes to protect the guilty too. Okay.
You're speaking in general as you always did, and you continue to speak in
I mean,
general.
yeah, yeah,
So
cause you know when they get to hollering and screaming, yeah, like you don't even have
to
a.
me,
I mean,
speaking in
I can do all
general
this.
is because it's more than one person that's doing it. It's not
Mhm.
just one
Right,
person for you to name. It's like a bunch of people off of social media. We see it off of social media on the news. The behavior of people of a
right.
certain age is atrocious. I get it. I get how you
Mhm.
speaking because they be
Right.
like, oh, he's doing subliminals. I'm
Right,
like,
'cause these
he's
folks
doing
and Quiet Storm got a point. Cause these folks are disrespectful. These young women, woo man. Oh, even I sometimes go to the grocery store. And it's not just here, it's just in real life. I go to the grocery store. And when it comes to the white folk kid, them little kids be going off, I'm like, man, who child is this? Who they going off on? He fighting his own grandma. I'm like, oh shoot, okay, let me get on. Cause man.
Do you believe
Mm-mm.
in whippings?
Do I?
Yeah,
Yes. Yes, I do.
to a certain degree.
To a certain degree,
I
yeah.
think the problem became when people overdid it with when it comes to the discipline,
Yeah, they
and then they wanna put a law on it because it can turn into abuse.
well it kind of helped me staying out of jail. Never been in jail, so it really kind of the whoopings. And then when Mama whooped, she told you why she whooped you. I like, oh okay, woo-wee. Won't be doing that no more.
For the most part, you knew why you got to be.
Yeah, mm-hmm,
You know you done something you weren't supposed to do.
mm-hmm.
So it's called a prevention method. It's up to you as a kid. What you
Mm.
gonna? Because some kids become immune to them, and they just still bad.
Right.
You have some just bad, no matter if they have a dad and a mom. This guy you
Mm-hmm.
sang with, he had a dad and a mom, a brother, a couple of sisters. He was still bad,
Right.
and guess what happened to him? Somebody wound up shooting.
Right. But and this is another thing. I'm gonna have to rephrase a little bit because even when old people are being led by them, now it's understandable if your mom and dad is old and they can't think for themselves and you have to take care of them. That's different. But when they got their mind and they be sitting there kiki and girl stop, you see her fighting. Look at her, you be like, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah, because when I was growing up, when my mama and them was gone, then the neighbor next door said something and told, "Hey, y'all be quiet. Get in that yard here if I tell your daddy." Oh, I already knew. I already knew. I said, "All right." 'Cause I told mom and dad it was over, and mom and dad them give you that look, and you just pray. You just pray like when you be in school and they give you the note and my teacher gave me a note to give to my mama. She wrote it in red ink and she wrote a whole page. And mama looked at me, we were looking at TV one time, and mama looked over at me. I'm thinking it was over with. Mama looked over at me. Somebody hand me that belt. I'm like, what? Eric, get on in the back. I'm gonna tear you up, and I'm gonna tell y'all. Woo!
What did you
Man,
do?
I did something at school, clowning. when I was supposed to be doing homework. You know, when you're supposed to be doing your work.
You're not
Shoot,
supposed to do that.
I got home and we were sitting there watching the movie, and I gave Mama a note, and it was wrote in red ink. Mama looked at me, and Mama said, "Okay, here, go ahead and go in the room." Mama got that belt, and then she changed her mind. She got the extension cord. Boy, you can hear me hollering, screaming, "Toby!" I was calling all kind of names.
You was calling Toby.
Yeah, Mama was not playing.
Wait a minute. What are you calling Toby for? Who is Toby?
Toby, you know, off of Roots, you know, when they
Wait a minute.
man, I was screaming. Man, Mama was
Hold on, back up. Bruce was out. All right.
Mm,
Wait a minute, Eric.
mm.
Of all the people you called Toby.
I called Toby. I said, Toby. Man, I was so scared. Mama, I called folk name because she wasn't playing. Mama had whooped us. She didn't whoop normal. She whooped you with the extension cord on your back and legs.
Okay.
I like, oh God. Now, Daddy, we wanted him to whoop us because he always whooped the behind. But he did get me one time when I put up in church.
They say that was done because they was whipped when it was like a trickle down effect from slavery, from
Right.
getting beaten. So their parents beat them that way, so they did the same to you. Do you believe that?
I
Because
believe
I think a
well,
extension cord is too much, a switch.
it
They was
well,
doing anything and everything at you but the kitchen sink.
you know what? If I had kids, I maybe not whoop them like that.
Yeah.
But I really can't. It's really hard to say being in a predicament because when you got a hard headed child and you tell them to stop and they keep doing it, then it's better for you to whoop your child than the police. Because I've seen where the police, my first time when I saw police, were whooping on some, they were showing the civil rights movement and they were showing where the police was beating on the white police and beating on the black folks. And I said, it's funny. It was only black folks. Ain't no other race out there getting towed up. Ain't getting towed up. Mama said that's the way it was. But now they try something now. It's a different story. But yeah, that sometimes make it trickle down, or you do something, and sometimes they say, "Hey, I need you to stop." And a lot of time it depends on what it is. Mm-hmm.
Well, so do you feel as an older group that we have failed our kids when it comes to discipline? We let them get away with way too much. We buy them. We try to
Right.
buy them everything that they ask for, not showing them the value of a dollar, how to work for it, that you don't get nothing's free. You know,
Right.
it's like a combination of things. I feel like as an older group, when it comes to raising kids, I think that's a job that we should not fail in, but there has been failure. As you can see, all these young kids out here, they have
Right.
no respect for themselves. So if they don't have any for themselves, they're not going to have none from you. They talk
Yeah.
to their mom like they their friend.
Right.
I,
Right.
I watch TV shows and they be like, "Mom, be quiet. Mom, get out my room." I'm like, "What? Get out my room."
You
My
ain't
daughter,
lying.
my daughter took the doors off the hinges. Woo! But
See,
I laugh at her because I'm like, how does it feel to raise a teenager? Because when she was 15, she gave me the blues. So
mhm,
now she has two teenage girls and an adult son. So every time something happens, I'm laughing because I
right.
say, how does it feel? I'm teasing her as to raising, these are girls. So
Right.
I had one girl, that's her. And at 15, great in school, at home, total different thing.
Right. Cause one thing, back then when you got to fighting, you were cool the next day. But now you carrying guns and knives, and then what makes so bad, now you're rapping. Now when we had rapping, it was more or less inspirational, make you laugh, and have a party. These guys rapping, I just got through shooting somebody. His name on the song. I said, wow, really? You just gonna rap that right out there, all in the opening.
Well,
Yeah.
it sells, I think, acceptance of certain things in society is the problem. We're accepting
Mhm.
a lot of things that we didn't accept before.
Right.
So you have to look at it from that aspect. And the people that's promoting it, they don't care. It's about the money. And those who are singing it don't care because they're making the money.
Yeah. Right. Right.
The
Quiet
songs
storm.
don't make no sense, first and foremost. The songs are all the same. My rims, my Tims, my bitches, my hoes, and that's all they say.
Right.
Nothing else, right? The songs back then were about what was going on in the neighborhood.
Right. And the sad thing about it is when they say that the whole in the bees and all that, you know what really sad is when somebody pay them, give them money for that. Even when they sometimes get on TV, do TV shows and do that, they getting paid for that. They getting paid to do that. And that's why some of them now come up there and they cursing it in. But when they come in your house, you got to bring it back down to them. Look, times have changed, but we don't change. All that cussing and all that listen to that music, you do that, you take that outside. You do all that outside. But I may not hear you, because we gonna have a problem. Because when it came down to school, you get it from the principal. Then the principal sent a note to your mama's house. It was some notes I didn't give to mama because I already know it was a body slamming coming along. I mean,
Uh,
I can go to bed and go to sleep and say, well, mama forgot about this whooping. Wake me up, and I'm thinking I'm dreaming. I'm getting a whooping right there in the dream, and then it came right to reality. I'm getting a whooping. That's messed up.
well, I've been in some of these schools. The children are running it.
Right,
The principal used to be in the hallway, and he knew everybody. He knew everybody. He knew what everybody did. The principal stays in the office. The teachers catching hell. If they get beat up on, it's okay. But if they fight back, it's a problem. They get suspended or they lose their job. So
right,
you allowing the kids to run the schools now, and the
right.
parents are no better. You justify you never when you are having an issue with your child when it comes to school and you're
Mm-hmm.
talking to an adult teacher or the principal, you do not curse them out in front of your child. If you're going to do that, make sure your child is not around because the child feel like, well, he can do whatever.
Right. And then when that child is disruptive, then they say, well, what we gonna do? Well, your only best way to do is put him out to school. He's not
That's
wanting
why
to learn.
the reviews coming out because they're not doing anything. They're just in school to cause problem. So they
Right.
get kicked out of school. Now they
Mhm.
allow them in there. They don't graduate because they're
Mhm.
not focused on passing. All they doing is focused on being disruptive, being the
And
clown.
and then they call their music, they rapping, they cussing folk out, and they doing all this, and they hanging in gang. And then the thing I see, they getting money, they paying. So who paying them? Well, it's the people that's selling it. Look like it's somebody white behind it too. So I mean, I'm just putting it out there. So when they get all this money, then they become the leaders. They're not like the old leaders we had. Hmm. See, see, Nanya, Joy, Quiet Storm, y'all may not know what we're talking about, but you know what it is. I'm sorry, I had to put that out, mess with Quiet Storm them, but nah, I believe they know what I'm talking about. But it's just, man, I'm like, woo, y'all, really? I mean, I'll never forget I was at a baseball game. I'm at a baseball game, and this white child hit his grandma. Grandma said, "Stop all that." He said, "You don't tell me what to do," and he hit her. They both were hitting each other. I'm like, I said, man, let me get away from down over here because I'm about to snatch that little boy there. I let me get on down. It ain't got nothing to do with me, but it's just the idea. I said, he just don't know my mama. Man, that woman is insane. I mean, she's real nice. Now she is. My mama was something else back there. They don't. Woo, she didn't play. We'll come up around grown folks. You couldn't ask questions. You couldn't say nothing. Eric, be quiet. Eric, is anybody talking to you? I thought we was having a conversation. Ain't
Uh,
nobody talking to you, Eric. Okay, I'll be quiet. Everybody
uh,
else can talk. Look, foot soldier. Everybody else can talk but me. Okay.
Lack of discipline is a problem in our society.
Mm,
What can you do?
can't. There's nothing you can do. But, the,
Yeah.
but
And
when
I
they
tell
small,
some kids around here, the parents want to fight you
mm-hmm,
in front of the kids. So you
right,
giving the kid the okay to be, and that's that same kid who wind up in jail or somebody gonna lay him out in the street.
right. That's why you get them when they're young, and then you have to, especially a man, when it comes to a little boy, you got to be that. You got to be that male figure. Tell them, hey, no, you don't do this. You got to teach them about the street. Tell them where to go, where not to hang out. Come to school, do your work, and come home. And do some homework when you get home. And then they start playing these certain games, and some of them have people in there killing folk. They had one with the neighborhood. The boy said, "Man, I blast that fool." I know, man. No.
It sells. They buy it. They allow the kids to buy it.
Right. That's just like even I even look at some of these old awards shows, black and white Oscars, the awards. Them people wore tuxedos and suits. Now these songs gonna come up in t-shirts. That's oh man, time has changed.
Yes, it's accepted. That's what sells. Sex sells.
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. I think you 35, Quiet Storm. Yeah, but I'm like, these people here, they just woo.
Well, there's a price to pay for that, Eric.
Right.
You know that.
Yeah. They always say you can't make nobody, you can't make it, but you can you on your own, on your in your own house, on your own phone, heck, even on your own YouTube or Facebook or whatever you got. You got a right to speak your mind. Because a closed mouth never get fed. Some people look at, oh man, he ain't with you. He don't say nothing to him. He ain't with us. He ain't with that stuff there. He don't do that. No, I don't. I love myself. I ain't got time to sit up and deal with the police. You can sit out there, you be talking, drinking a beer. Here come the police. Somebody, because they looking at it like, oh, you look like he did something. I say, hey, I try to avoid them clowns as much as I possibly can. I know their job is probably tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
have to protect yourself, protect your energy when you're on
mm,
social media as well.
right.
Most people ain't gonna like you to speak facts.
Mm-mm.
It's a go along. It's becoming a go along to get along type of thing.
Right.
Depending on who you like, if I like this person, then they can say whatever they want to say. But
Mm-hmm.
as soon as you say something, it's a problem.
Yeah, it's a lot of the go along, get along. It's a whole lot of go along, get along on here. Yes, it is. There's a lot of that going on. And sometimes you be talking and then person turn around and put in your comments, they think you talking about them. I said, well, did you do it? Because you giving confirmation. You know you doing it. You know you said this. You know you acting like this. You know. Keep my name. Look, and then you call name. Look for some. Keep my name out your mouth. Oh, I hear that so much. I said, ooh. And then and a lot of times you ain't talking about me. You talking about somebody else. I said, ooh, wait. A young man. Mm, mm, mm.
Just continue to do your thing, Eric.
Of course. Oh, most definitely. I just once I see something, or if I hear something, I see something, I just talk about it on mine. I don't, now when I go to somebody else, I don't do it like that. I speak, hey, how you doing? Now if they ask me a question, then I answer it. Other than that, I ain't trying to pull my stuff off on nobody. Yeah. Ooh, let me get off this phone. Yeah.
Where Myron went to.
Oh, Myron, where
That
you
was
at?
earlier when you first came on. You wanted to,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I try to get him. Hey, K Bridges. Okay, Joy. Oh shoot! Obviously, if you see Myron, tell him
catch
I tried to put it in there, up in the front, so you can see it. Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, I tell you
so
the truth.
That chicken is what you having today?
Yeah, that's what I had. Uh-huh.
Just chicken, nothing else.
Mhm. No, I didn't. Just the chicken right quick. Normally I eat meat. Now later on, it's gonna sound funny. A lot of time I get me a vegetable later on and eat. Sometimes I eat it with the chicken, or sometimes I eat it. It's kind of weird. Sometimes I eat some of the chicken, and then I turn around and throw me some vegetables in there, throw me an onion in there, and eat that. Yeah, 'cause I always try to get me some type of green peas or string beans or something. I got some lima beans, and sometimes I cook that and eat that. Hmm.
Mm.
Ooh. And I will say this, they wasn't lying about that because I think it's cornstarch, but I put some baking powder and a little baking powder flour, mix it all up. Put a little
So
seasoning in
you
there.
use flour, the baking powder, and what else?
Yeah, I use flour, baking powder, uh, and I use what's that? A little obey, and let's see, I know I use paprika,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, and the Tony Satcher Creole seasoning. I just try to sprinkle a little, and the seasoning was just right. So I said, hey, you don't have to because some people overdo it, they overbear
Yeah, some people just a little heavy-handed when it comes to season.
it. That's a binder. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Thank you for letting me up, Eric. Catch you the
Oh,
next.
okay. Oh, okay. You take care.
All right, later.
I tell Foot that everything I say. Okay, you crazy. All right, y'all. I'm also putting my chicken on the TikTok as well. So y'all go ahead, go to TikTok, check it out. Also go to the YouTube. Um, I want to say this to Quiet Storm. You need to quit making me laugh, Quiet Storm. Yeah, it's just y'all need to watch out for these old people, man. It's nothing wrong with that. It's just some people just they don't get it. They just don't get it. All right, y'all take care. Love y'all. I'll see y'all later.